Hi everyone, we are the Clarendon Hills Infant Welfare Society.
Our chapter is comprised of 50 volunteers who are dedicated to fundraising and supporting the Angel Harvey Family Health Center in Chicago.
The Angel Harvey Family Health Center offers an innovative healthcare model that integrates primary medical care, dentistry, optometry, child development, and behavioral health services, all in a single location.
The center's mission is to provide Chicago's most vulnerable families and communities with access to affordable health care.
Your support and donations truly make a difference.
$50 will buy supplies and food for Eat Healthy Fitness and Nutrition Group.
Your $75 donation purchases supplies and workbooks for the prenatal care group.
$150 gift buys take-home supplies for social skills groups.
A $150 donation will buy 2 speech therapy sessions.
A $250 gift purchases annual checkups for 8 women.
Your $500 donation buys dental visits for 25 children.
$800 purchases 1 full treatment cycle of occupational therapy.
$1,000 in donations pays for counseling for 4 children.
A $2,500 gift will cover diabetes management for 81 adults.
$5,000 in donations will buy 1 year of specialized therapies for children and adolescents.
The cost of many services is higher than reimbursement rates. Your support helps bridge the gap.
$36 per pediatric visit.
$20 per dental visit.
$21 per counseling visit.
$31 per men's health visit.
$68 for every pediatric speech therapy visit and occupational therapy visit.
$31 per well woman visit.
$31 per chronic disease management visit.
$40 per prenatal visit.
We are so grateful you've joined us this evening for our virtual benefit to light up the night and raise money for the Angel Harvey Family Health Center of Chicago so that these critical health services can be provided to families in need.
Thank you so much for your support.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us for the Clarendon Hills Infant Welfare Virtual Benefit. My name is Jen Alsman, and I currently serve as the president of the Clarendon Hills Chapter of Chicago's Infant Welfare Society. I'm joining you tonight from Walker's, Clarendon Hills' newest restaurant, along with our hardworking benefit chairs, Melissa Woodbury and Danielle Wheeler. Tonight we'll be giving you some information about the history of the Infant Welfare Society, our chapter's fundraising efforts, and then an overview of tonight's event. Let's get started with the history of the Infant Welfare Society. In 1911, a series of milk stations were established across the city of Chicago to help combat the high levels of infant mortality. These milk stations were then converted into well child clinics, and the Infant Welfare Society was able to grow and innovate. Over 100 years later, the Infant Welfare Society provides a healthcare home where the whole family has access to integrated and coordinated healthcare. And this can all be done under one roof at the Angel Harvey Family Health Center in Chicago's Logan Square neighborhood. The mission of the clinic is to provide a continuum of integrative, quality, and preventative healthcare services to children and their families. The clinic services approximately 14,000 patients across 50,000 visits each year. And as you can imagine, 2020 has been extremely difficult for the staff and patients. The staff has done their best to provide the highest quality of services with the resources available to them, all while maintaining proper safety protocols. Our chapter, as well as the 8 other chapters of the Infant Welfare Auxiliary, provide support and fundraising to the clinic so they are able to provide the highest quality of services to their patients. These services include pediatric and adolescent health, adult health, optometry, dental, and many more. Melissa will now give you information about how we support and raise money for this amazing organization.
Thank you, Jen. The Clarendon Hills Chapter of Infant Welfare is 50 women strong and has been in the community for 70 years. Some of the events that we support the organization with throughout the years include the Auxiliary's Coat Drive. In 2020, we had a record year and nearly 2,000 coats were donated to families in need. Each year at Christmas time, we sell luminaria to light the streets of Clarendon Hills and surrounding communities on Christmas Eve. We sell nearly 25,000 candles each year, and this is the chapter's second largest fundraiser of the year. We also support the Angel Harvey Family Health Center through ongoing donation drives for items such as diapers, wipes, hats, and gloves. Our benefit each year is the biggest fundraiser that we have. We've had to make some pivots this year because of the COVID pandemic. However, we are so glad that you have decided to have us join you in your home for this virtual format of our annual Light Up the Night benefit. We hope you're looking forward to having a wonderful evening in the safety of your home and are ready to be touched by the work of the Angel Harvey Family Health Center. This is a moment for us to learn together, laugh together, cry together, and most importantly, come together. We have an aggressive goal this evening of raising $50,000. Now we know that we can do this with your help, and we've already gotten off to a great start through the generous donations from our sponsors. There's a number of ways that you can help donate to this great cause this evening. Through our GiveSmart site, you can make a cash donation, purchase a 50/50 raffle ticket, buy one of the 100 tickets we are selling to raffle off a Peloton, or bid on one of our great auction items. Now I'll hand it over to Danielle, who will walk you through this evening's lineup.
Thanks, Melissa. So here's how tonight's going to work. We've got an exciting night planned with tons of ways to get involved. We'll get to hear from Jerry Isakoff, the CEO of the Angel Harvey Family Health Center, who will introduce us to some patients and staff and hear how their lives have been impacted by the services and donation received through Infant Welfare Society. We'll have a special appearance from Chicago's very own WGN sports anchor and comedian, Pat Tomasulo, who will join us for some much needed laughs. And finally, we'll hear from one of the center's families who will share their story of struggle and triumph with support from the Angel Harvey Family Health Center. Let's light up the night.
Tonight we are filming from Walker's, Clarendon Hills' newest restaurant, located at 1 Walker Avenue. It's the perfect place to take the family for a fun dinner, host a private event, or grab a beer and shoot some pool. They've been open since December 26th for takeout and look forward to hosting us all soon when restrictions are lifted. Let's take a sneak peek at this local new bistro that's sure to be a family favorite.
Our auctioneer for the evening will be John Walsher of Toomey & Company Auctioneers. He'll be here to help guide us through some of the exciting items available for bidding in our auction, as well as frequent reminders about our 50/50 raffle, Peloton raffle, and other ways to give. With a goal of $50,000 to raise tonight, he'll be offering plenty of ways to give throughout the evening.
Hello everyone, I'm John Walter, as she said, with Toomey & Co. Auctioneers. It's great to be back again this year. I know this looks a little different for everybody and we're not having a great time throwing rings on wine bottles and other liquors. We're not going to be dancing the night away to a great band as always, but this is important. And we're all here tonight to support an amazing foundation, Clarendon Hills Infant Welfare Center. Tonight, you're going to know where your money is going and how you can support the Angel Harvey Family Health Clinic. And for those of you who don't know about the Angel Harvey Health Clinic, tonight is an opportunity for you to learn what they've been doing, how they've been transitioning in this time, what they've been doing over the years, and how you can impact all of the people's lives. Our winners tonight for the 50-50 raffle and the Peloton are going to be announced at the end of the show, so keep buying those 50-50 tickets. And unfortunately, which is also exciting, we sold out of the Peloton tickets last night, so those are no longer available, but we are going to have a winner tonight for a new Peloton bike. So get ready. I think we're already off to a competitive start with those selling out. Keep buying those 50-50 tickets and give through GiveSmart. If you haven't signed up already on GiveSmart, let's talk about how that works. All you have to do is text CHIW 2021, right down below here, to 76278. Text that, you'll receive a link, and go to that link and pull up all of the different things. I have it right here on my phone. You can see the self-care that you can bid on and everything else that you'd want to bid on, or you can just donate directly at whatever level you feel compelled to give. If you've been outbid, you'll get an alert and it'll let you know that you've been outbid, so you can keep bidding to make sure that you come away as a winner tonight, and you are also helping an amazing foundation in the process. You can also watch items and keep an eye on them as well, so that you don't forget to bid on them a little bit later. But again, just keep bidding, because the auction will close tonight at 9 o'clock. And the 50-50, again, we're going to close the 50-50 raffle tickets at 7:45 tonight. So make sure you buy your 50-50 tickets. I think the pot is already over, I don't know, it's 7,000. I think we already are, we're above 7,000 for the 50-50 raffle tickets. So somebody's going to come away a big winner there tonight as well. If you've never participated in a 50-50, it's pretty simple. All you have to do is buy a ticket. If you're the winner, we're going to split the pot in half. Half of the pot is going to go to the Clarendon Hills Infant Welfare Center, and then you are going to come away as the lucky winner of the other half. So again, we'll be pulling that 50-50 raffle along with that Peloton winner later tonight after the intermission. And then finally, we'll hear from WGN's sports anchor and comedian, Pat Tomasulo. You don't want to miss this comedy bit. It's going to be hilarious, but not necessarily for all audiences, maybe a little PG-13. So we're going to have a nice little intermission to let you put the kids down, have a good time, and then you can come back and you can settle in and have some laughs. We all know we need some laughs right now. So what's up next? We're going to take a look at some silent auction items as we hear from as well as hear from the CEO of the Angel Harvey Family Health Center, Jerry Isakoff. But first, before we do that, we'll have a treat from two of our sponsors joining forces to partner with Clarendon Hills Infant Welfare Center, Prairie Organic Vodka and Walker's Restaurant in Clarendon Hills. The manager, Jake, is going to be making up a good time. That's a good time, THYME, for us, which is a tasty pomegranate cocktail with vodka. So let's see how he does this. We can follow along at home and make our own, and cheers.
Hello everyone, my name is Jake. I'm the general manager at Walker's in downtown Clarendon Hills. Today we are partnering up with Infant Welfare Society and Prairie Organic Vodka, making you guys a cocktail called Good Time. First ingredient is going to be your organic vodka, 1.5 ounces. Prairie vodka has a nice sweet finish because it's made with non-GMO corn. Next ingredient we have our thyme-infused simple syrup. Lastly, we're going to do 2 ounces of pomegranate juice. Thrown into the shaker, add some ice. Now this cocktail can be served either in a coupe or martini glass or on the rocks. Shake it up. Grab your strainer. I like to double strain it because the thyme sometimes can get in there. Today we're going to do the coupe. And then garnish it with a nice spring of thyme. You can also find this cocktail on our specialty drink list, accompanied by a great selection of wine, beer, and a very family-friendly food menu. Walker's is a great place to hold some private events, shoot some pool, drink some beer and watch the game, or just have some fun with your family. Thanks everyone, and I hope to see you soon.
Let me tell you about the amazing packages we have tonight. We're raffling off a Peloton bike, so for only $100, you can own a Peloton. We have a Cabernet ski gift certificate, which includes the hotel stay, family of 4 lift tickets, and another gift card to REI. We also have a family experience package that includes a Go Ape gift card, a family membership to 5 Seasons, cooking classes, and a pass to the Brookfield Zoo. Check out GiveSmart to see what you can bid on tonight.
Good evening, Clarendon Hills. What an honor to be here with you in this most unusual circumstances in my lifetime, and also I suspect many of yours. I hope you had a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. A special thank you to President Jen Alsman and the co-chairs Daniel Wheeler and Melissa Woodbury and all the many others who helped to make this event possible. I also wanted to thank Michelle Cassini and Melissa Woodbury and all the others who worked with us on this video. I'm so glad you will hear firsthand this evening of the heartfelt stories from our staff and our patients here at IWS. Here we are, 2021, and nobody more happier to see this year than I, and I hope all of you as well. We have a vaccine. This is such great news. It's hallelujah time with this, and this is like a light at the end of the tunnel for us. And we could not be more happy than to have this at this time. Our hearts and sympathy go out to anyone who fell sick with COVID and to any family members who lost their loved ones. I'm reminded of stories of my dad who lost his sister, my Aunt Rose, to pneumonia at the early age of 29. There was no vaccine, there was no medication to cure her. I'm just really thankful that we live in this time and this age, and so many blessings are given to us. I'm often asked, what did we learn from the past year despite the pandemic, which we all experienced? We did many things this year. We became a lookalike, federally qualified lookalike, which increased our reimbursement rate. This also took almost exactly 1 year to accomplish with numerous meetings and documentation to prove our amazing story of 108 years of serving the underserved. It also enables patients to participate in pharmacies to get their medications at a reduced rate. We also opened a sick clinic in the lower level of our facility here. And this enables people to come in who might have infected illnesses or issues that requires same-day treatment. So now we have a clinic designed purposely for that. I couldn't be more happy, and we are filled to the gill with this new sick clinic, so I'm thrilled. But what did we learn? There's 4 things that I'd like to just briefly talk to you about. I'd love to talk to you for hours, but I want to be somewhat brief because we have a really nice presentation for you tonight. But this year was all about partnerships. It was about creativity. It was about our staff. It was about our faith. The virus hit our clinic like many other people. And while we tested over 1,000 patients, including staff, we were all fortunate we did not lose anyone to COVID. But what we did find was that many staff members did become infected, leaving them out of the office for several weeks, some of them months. We also had staff exposed to COVID, which meant that they had to stay out for 7 to 10 days. And so with all that, we had to create new workflows, and we had to do with less. But we never lost our vision that we still had a population of people that needed our services and needed them every day, which I'm so grateful that we were able to keep our doors open because of your generous contributions. We continued our immunization of children and saw over 200 births and 48,000 visits to our clinic. I like to put that in perspective. Imagine if you've gone to a Lakers game or been to the Civic Center, United Center for a concert. Imagine filling that space up both Friday and Saturday nights. That's how many visits came to our clinic at 3,600. And we were able to see that many people because of your gifts. But this year we found patients in desperate need. Those had lost their jobs, spouses had lost their jobs, people laid off. We found people in need of food and some of the most basic needs. We had babies who needed special formula, which was around $120, $160 a bottle. And we found mothers panicking because they didn't have the money to go after this formula. So I immediately called, the people I know I always can rely on, and that's the people who are viewing this and who I'm looking at right now. We were able to get gift cards and money within, 24 hours and able to give this mother the formula that she needed for her babies. I was also fortunate that she was waiting in the lobby as I left for my end of my day. She was in the lobby and she came up to me and with tears in her eyes and just said, thank you. I will forever hold that expression on her face because of the help we were able to give her and others, because it's directly related to what you were able to give with your generous hearts. To all of you who are mothers, you know exactly what I'm talking about. When a mother is not sure where her next meal is going to come from. We kept our doors open because of your generous donations we received during the height of this pandemic, when I honestly thought we were going to have to close our doors or reduce our schedule because the revenue was lower than budgeted. We were contemplating furloughs. It was really a very scary time. There were so many unknowns to us. And yes, we were even considering garbage bags as other garments, as outer garments, just to keep staff safe. Throughout all this, we were able to sustain our faith that all is well and that we could make it through. Your contributions during this time filled the hearts of many people here. And I thank you for that. We're not out of the woods. If ever your contributions were needed, it is now. Your generous contributions over the years has enabled thousands of people and thousands of visits for healthcare. We can directly tie your giving to the treatment of these people who came to this clinic. I've searched for something that would have some meaning this evening because I have a big ask. The true art of giving enables us to define our lives with compassion for those less served or those not as fortunate. I'm reminded that no one who ever gave ever became poor by giving. I hope you will join the Clarendon Hills chapters this year with your generous contribution. The staff here and I thank you from the bottom of our hearts. God bless you, and I thank you for allowing me to serve this mission in all its beauty. I hope you have a wonderful evening. Thank you.
All right, thank you for those touching words, Jerry. Your compassion here tonight will not go unnoticed. And it's an opportunity for all of us to really make a change and to see the impact every single day that we'll continue to learn about throughout the evening. I want to thank some of the substantial donations that have already come in. Thank you to donors Frank Morrissey, Mary L. Payne, Catherine Johnson, Joe Tobolsky, and others I know for sure. So keep coming in. We'll try to say some names here throughout the night to keep it live and let you know what's going on. We want to raise $50,000 tonight. I don't know if I've said that yet. $50,000 is our goal, and we're already at nearly 28,000. We're at 27,993. I know that we can get there. I know that we have a lot of people out there watching tonight that want to help and are able to help. So we look forward to seeing those donations keep coming in throughout the night as we hear these stories and everything that's happening with Clarendon Hills Infant Welfare Center. Now, I do want to bring to your attention, if you're not bidding on some of the items, or a few items Only 3 items that I'm seeing that don't have bids. There's one item that I can't believe doesn't have bids. Item number 202, self-care in the new year. The opening bid is only $350, and that comes with a $200 Whole Foods gift card, a $100 gift card to Zaya Active. For $50 more, you're getting 4 months, 8 sessions of one-on-one healthcare coaching from our unique Balance Health Coaching. You're also going to have home delivery of 5 dinners from the chef of Maison Cuisine, bar 3 classes virtually. I mean, I can't believe that this doesn't have a bid yet. So somebody's going to get in there. I'm going to refresh it. Maybe there's a bid by now. Not quite yet, but I know that one of you are going to be out there after this at $350, and certainly it should sell for more than that. So keep bidding on the live auction items through, well, the silent auction items rather. We're not really doing a live auction tonight. It's different for me because I'm used to doing a live auction with all of you. We hope that all of you are enjoying the wonderful assortment of add-on packages we had from our generous donors tonight. We want to again thank you to Maison Cuisine for the 4-course dinners and appetizers, Gallo Wines, of course, Prairie Organic Vodka, and Clarendon Hills' very own English Garden Flower Shop. Thank you to all of those donors. Now, I want to make sure that we record this because we haven't experienced anything like this, and hopefully we won't have to again. Hopefully next year we'll all be back together, but I want you to make sure to take pictures tonight. I want you to use the hashtag #CHLightUpTheNight. Hashtag #CHLightUpTheNight on your social media platforms. Blow it up. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, whatever you use, put it out there, take pictures, post them so that we can see what you're all up to tonight. Again, we'll have these pictures and we can post them next year when we're all together again. Now, we have a very special treat from another sponsor to our Light Up the Night event, this time from Gallo Wines, specifically J Vineyards, which some of you may be sipping on now if you ordered some of the add-on packages to this event. TJ Brickley is a wonderful connoisseur and wine enthusiast, so let's watch as he provides a tasting demo on J Vineyards wines.
Hi everybody, my name is TJ Brickley. I am so excited to be here today to walk you through some of these iconic wines that you have in front of you tonight. I'm even more excited to be here because we're in conjunction with the Infant Welfare Society. The work that you're putting in, the people that you're helping, it's absolutely inspiring. And when we got the call to help, the answer was obviously yes. And even though it's a small gesture, we just hope that you have fun, that you enjoy the wines, and then we can toast to all the great work that you've been putting into helping your community. So thank you. We actually chose this brand by design. The founder, her name is Judy Jordan, and she's really passionate about 2 things. Number 1 is making wine, and number 2 is helping people. And she's actually a part of several different philanthropy boards. She's helped a lot of people throughout the United States and the world in her endeavors. She's been very fortunate in her career and has been giving back to her community for decades. So that's why we wanted to choose this wine. You actually might be familiar with that Jordan name. That Jordan name is synonymous with Sonoma County. They have got a brand by the name of Jordan. It's an iconic worldwide producer of Cabernet and Chardonnay. You're going to see in a lot of high-end restaurants, a lot of high-end bottle shops. But Judy always wanted to blaze her own trail. She was always inspired by the wines of Burgundy, so Chardonnay, Pinot Noir, and sparkling wines. And in the 1980s, that's exactly what she did. She started her own brand by the name of J Vineyards. And so what you have in front of you today is a Chardonnay, a Pinot Noir, and a sparkling wine. But what makes these wines unique is that they're called multi-appellated wines. So what does that mean? It means that the grapes that are inside of each one of these bottles are all the same grapes. So in this case, you have a Chardonnay. This is 100% Chardonnay, but the Chardonnay is coming from 3 distinct areas within California: Napa County, Sonoma County, and Monterey County. So each one of those areas has a very distinct flavor profile for Chardonnay due to the terroir, or the sunlight that it gets, the elevation, the soils. When you put all of that together, each one of those different areas has a very unique taste profile for Chardonnay. But what happens when you blend those 3 areas together? You get something that's super unique. You get something with its own unique fingerprint. And we think we really nailed it with this wine. It's awesome. So let's try it. See, to me, this wine has wonderful white peach. It's got some apricot. It's got some juicy pear and apple notes to it. It's got some nice, vibrant acidity to it. This wine can be paired very well with like fish or chicken or a charcuterie board. It's a beautiful wine. It's light, it's bright, it's crisp, and it's refreshing. I love that wine. The next wine in front of you is going to be the Pinot Noir. So this is the same concept. This is called the multi-appellated Pinot Noir. It's coming from 3 different areas: Santa Barbara, Sonoma County, and Monterey County. All have their own distinct, unique Pinot Noir taste profile, but when you blend them together, you get something totally unique, something totally special. So when you try this wine, you get really dark fruit notes, but you get something that has a nice backbone, some nice acidity to it. This wine will pair very well with like a cheeseburger or pizza or a nice bolognese. But what I love about this wine also is that it can stand up on its own. So if you want to pop a bottle and watch Netflix all Friday night, you can do that too. Very versatile. And then the last one I wanted to talk about was this California Sparkling. So what's the main difference between California Sparkling and French sparkling wine, other than the price point? Well, usually it has to do with the location where the grapes are grown. This is all California fruit. It's made in the same exact style that you would make a champagne, except for the secondary fermentation is happening in the bottle, meaning that's where it gets all of its bubbles and its effervescence from. This wine is a fraction of the price of a true champagne. The main difference between this California sparkling wine and true champagne is the taste profile. True champagne is going to give you more of that toasty, nutty, brioche taste profile. That's because it ages on the lees a little bit longer. California sparkling tends to have a little bit more of that like floral, citrus notes to it. And also the price is a little bit more approachable. So you don't have to feel bad about mixing this into your mimosa on a Sunday morning. Let's try it. It's a beautiful wine. I love this wine. It's nice, it's light, it's bright, it's got that nice lifting acidity. It can pair very well with like a salad or a nice cheese. I love this wine. But the thing I love most about sparkling wine is being able to give a toast. And what I'd like to toast to is to the people on this call and the work that you're doing with the Infant Welfare Society. Thank you so much for what you're doing. Thank you for taking time to listen to my crash course on these 3 wines. I hope that you like them. I hope you learned something. But most importantly, thank you for all the work that you're doing in your philanthropy efforts. Salute.
We're so lucky to have these amazing packages as part of our auction tonight. Here's a few more that we have to offer. There's a self-care in the New Year package, which has Zaya activewear, a Bar 3 gift card, health coaching, a pantry makeover, and a grocery store tour with some meals delivered to you and your family as well. We have a bunch of golf packages for all you golfers out there. And finally, a much-needed Kohler getaway package, which includes golf or spa with dinner at the American Club for 2 guests. Check out GiveSmart.
Now, we know many of you have never visited the Angel Harvey Family Health Center in Chicago's Logan Square. We'd like to give you a glimpse inside the clinic, where you'll hear from medical staff and patients, and they'll speak directly to you about how your donations positively impact their lives.
Hi, and welcome to
Bar 3 gift card, health coaching, a pantry makeover, and a grocery store tour with some meals delivered to you and your family as well. We have a bunch of golf packages for all you golfers out there. And finally, a much needed Kohler getaway package, which includes golf or spa with dinner at the American Club for 2 guests. Check out GiveSmart.
Now, we know many of you have never visited the Angel Harvey Family Health Center in Chicago's Logan Square. We'd like to give you a glimpse inside the clinic, where you'll hear from medical staff and patients, and they'll speak directly to you about how your donations positively impact their lives.
Hi, and welcome to the Angel Harvey Family Health Center. I love working here because we have such an amazing team of people who really care, and everything that they do is so centered around a family. We have amazing people, we have amazing hearts, and we have amazing donors that help us accomplish all of that.
One particular patient's story sticks out in my mind. She came to me, new to this country, with multiple medical concerns. In our initial visit, I took the time to listen to her concerns, develop a treatment plan. Today, she has her diabetes under control, her blood pressure is at goal, she's lost 10 pounds, and she's restfully sleeping and living her life to her fullest. Sometimes the best medicine is just listening.
I have worked at the Infant Welfare Society of Chicago for 27 years. The staff is really engaged with the mission of the organization, providing quality health care for all the families, for the entire family. It makes them feel welcome and appreciated.
The CHAP program provides services to children ages 2 to 8 who are demonstrating some delay in one area of development. We also provide social skills groups to children and their families so that they can practice and improve the quality of their interactions with others, which is an important life skill. Our community health center is the only health center in the Chicagoland area that offers chat services. Your donation is the reason why a little boy can leave speech therapy after 12 weeks of treatment and be able to say to his mom, "I love you, Mom," for the first time.
As a care coordinator, we connect families to other community resources, do developmental assessments, and provide health education. We're able to do all these things with your support. It means a lot for our community.
The counseling services we offer make a real difference, not only for the child, but for the family. Families oftentimes don't know how to cope, and they receive a lot of support from the therapist for the mental health issue that they're struggling with.
I work together with our providers and all of our staff to make sure that we're providing exceptional care to every patient who walks through our doors. Focusing on quality means focusing on patients, patient safety, access to care, coordination of care, evidence-based medicine, cost effectiveness. These are all really important things that we're constantly looking at and trying to improve upon. Quality is team-based, and we encourage everyone to bring forward their ideas so that we can hear everyone and really make sure that we have great processes in place for our patients. Angel Baby is our prenatal care program. We provide education and support to women and their partners before, during, and after pregnancy. Centering Pregnancy brings together women with similar due dates in a group setting. In addition to their individual prenatal care visit, they also get to discuss important topics about pregnancy, delivery, and life after birth. Centering Pregnancy empowers women, and it provides them support and friendship at a time when they may need it most.
The fact that we have so many things in one roof that really make us a patient-centered medical home is extremely important. If I need to send someone to behavioral, the fact that I can go up to somebody and say, you know what, I'm so worried about this child and I need you to see them today, that's huge. The fact that somebody who took a day off of work can come in and I can give them a dental fast pass for them to have everything done in the same day, that's huge. Parents appreciate it, and it really does concentrate on what a patient-centered medical home is. We are here and we are centered around the patient and every need that they can have.
Thank you all for helping us continue the infant welfare mission, providing excellent health care for our families and friends.
So thank you. Your support allows us to continue providing quality care to those who need it most.
I want to thank the donors. I want to thank you for everything that you do. What we do would not be possible without the donations and without the work that you put into our clinic. We are able to provide the best medical care because of everything that you do for the clinic.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Just heard from, a little boy being able to say, I love you because of the speech therapy that you were able to help provide. Think of that. Not only are you changing someone's life, but you're allowing them to say for the first time to their mother that they love them. The words that what every mother, father wants to hear, and you're providing that. So the money's already coming in. We appreciate every donation that we received so far. I know we're above 30,000. We'll get back to that in a moment. But really, we'd like to see, let's see if we can raise at least $5,000 in the next 10 minutes. $5,000. I challenge you in the next 10 minutes by donating $1,000, $500, $150, $5,000, whatever you're comfortable in giving. $5,000 will change. It'll be 1 year of specialized therapies for children and adolescents. 1 year of specialized therapies for children and adolescents. I mean, you can make an impact at a direct gift of $5,000. $1,000, counseling for 4 children. You can impact 4 children's lives for only $1,000. $500 can help with dental visits for 25 children. Again, 25 children, their lives can be impacted and changed with your gift of $500. $250 is an annual checkup for 8 women. 8 women, $250. Think about what your money can do. At $150, could be 2 speech therapy sessions. That's 2 little boys or 1 little boy, 1 little girl saying, I love you for the first time for only $150. So let's keep those donations coming in. $5,000 is our challenge in the next 10 minutes. Let's see if we can do more. That's what we're here to do tonight. I want to thank some of the other donors that have been coming in. Lucy Murphy, Rose Dubina, thank you very much for your gift. Kelly Priest is coming in. Megan Morrow has given a gift as well. Jamie Weibel has come through. And Scott DeKipper, thank you to all of you for your donations. Let's keep seeing those donations come in. I know that we can do this. We are already above $30,000. Our goal is $50,000, so we're less than $20,000 to go. With our $5,000 challenge, we'll be that much closer. The total current in the 50-50 is up to $8,500. Let's see if we can get that to $10,000 tonight. That's a $5,000 gift right there that can go to the Clarendon Hills Infant Welfare Society. Big packages tonight. Keep looking at those auction packages. I know that a lot of you are after that Kohler package. The Kohler package number 205 is already up to $1,250. Let's keep the bids. I said the other package had no bids earlier. Now we have 3 bids on that one already. 203 is the Olympia Fields package of golf. We're already up to $750 last time I looked there. And 706 is coming in strong. Rally This, you can get some tennis lessons. It's already up to $710. So keep bidding on all of these packages and more. We have 2 Geneva Getaways. One's at $625, one's at $575. Keep scrolling through the GiveSmart app on your phone and see what you'd like to come away with tonight. Again, I want to see what you're all up to tonight. Make sure you hashtag the Clarendon Hills tonight, CH Light Up the Night. Let's see what you're all up to. Let's see where you are in your homes. If you're spending this with your family, if you're by yourself, let's find out where you are in the world. If you're somewhere else other than the Chicago area, let's see where everybody's tuning in from. I want to take a moment to thank all of our sponsors as well. I'm going to just say that, without the sponsors to help kickstart, it is very difficult, but the sponsors have helped us get there. The sponsors helped us already get over $20,000 of our $50,000 goal. So please take a look at your screen right now. We want to make sure to thank Table 11, Rocket Sled, Mike McCurry Group. Please help give back to the community that supports Clarendon Hills Infant Welfare Society. These businesses are there to help us and help you. So please return and help them right back. Don't forget to donate. You can do this by texting, again, text CHIW 2021 to 76278. We can reach that goal of $5,000. I know we can with all of your help. I've seen you in years past, and I know that you have it in you. Now let's see what we have next from Melissa.
Next, you'll hear directly from a family from the Angel Harvey Family Health Center. As you listen to this next interview, ask yourself, what would you do if you were in their shoes? Think about being a young mother in Chicago's Logan Square, seeing the calendar days click by, knowing that winter is coming, but not knowing where you will get a warm coat for your son or daughter. Think about being a restaurant worker in these times where that industry has been so hard hit, and not knowing where you will get medical help should you need it. Think about what it might be like if you are a teenage mother and you see that your child is experiencing some developmental delays and you don't know where to get help or support for such a thing. The Angel Harvey Family Health Center is there for these people day in and day out. 14,000 patients each year go through their doors, 50,000 visits. This is just one of the families and one of the ways that this center touches the lives of those who need it most.
My name is Jasmine Flores. My family lives in the Gage Park community in Chicago, and we are a family of 8. So I'm the oldest, and I have a younger sister who is 14, and my mom had quadruplets, and they are now 10 years old. So we are a very busy household. We're a very big family, and sometimes it gets a little hard to kind of just keep track of our health. I know my mom's biggest concern is to make sure that we're up to date with vaccines, dental work, making sure that we all have gone to the eye doctor, and our pediatrician knows us personally. So knowing us at a personal level is very important to my parents. They like that a doctor knows you, not just, for the 1 hour visit, but remembers you from the previous visits that year, even the year before. Welfare has been like a family to us because it's welcoming. All the staff is very welcoming. All the doctors are very professional. And that is one of the biggest reasons why my mother continues taking us all back. When my mom found out that she was having quadruplets, it was a shocker for everybody, especially her. One of her biggest concerns was the health of the kids and making sure that everybody was born healthy, and that if anything were to happen, whether it was, any learning disabilities or, anything physically wrong with them, that she'd be able to have the resources to help and secure that health and learning for them. Thankfully, everything went well. The kids were born premature, which was to be expected, and we are extremely grateful that there were resources ready for us the minute they were born. We didn't have to go above and beyond to look for them. We didn't have to put in applications. We didn't even have to make calls or, get on any list to make sure that the kids were able to get the resources they needed early on. Welfare was able to make us a part of their chat program and provide the kids with speech therapy. Around the age of 6 months or so, we had therapists driving all the way to Gage Park, which is a good 45 minutes away from the clinic, and making time to be with the kids, making time to read to them, singing with them, teaching them lots of stuff. I even enjoyed being a part of those little meetings. It was very heartwarming to see the kids enjoying that service. It was definitely needed. I know my mom struggled a lot making sure that all 4 of them stayed up to date, with their learning, with the reading, with the walking, with the crawling, with, everything. And one of her biggest concerns was always to make sure that they never fell behind, and that they never stood out because they weren't given the resources they needed early on. Something that I remember is 2012, My mom had already given birth to my younger siblings, the quadruplets, and it was a shocker for all of us when it all first happened in 2010. But what stood up the most to me from the clinic was that one evening when we were there, we were actually pulled to the side and we were given items for the kids. We were given diapers, we were given clothes, we were given, a number of items. And that was very heartwarming. We really appreciated that. We weren't expecting that. I know it brought us all to tears. My mother is somebody who doesn't like to ask for much, but everybody knew that having quadruplets wasn't easy for anybody, whether you have money or not. And for us, it was definitely a financial burden. And, my mother knew, and we all didn't want to think, of my siblings as a financial burden. And we're just so grateful that, the clinic was there for us. And on that specific day, I remember my mother was shocked. We had just gone in for a regular, pediatric visit, and we walked out with plenty of clothes, plenty of diapers. And I know for a fact that my mother, part of her, didn't know why she deserved it, and she wasn't sure if she was deserving of it. But, as a mother, she knew that she needed it and that her kids needed it. So that's something that I continue remembering. I don't know how many people are able to say this, but it was very exciting to go to the doctor. Whenever my mom would tell any of us that we were going to the clinic, whether it was for dental, which I personally hated going to the dentist, it was still very exciting and joyful. And like I said, the staff was great, so it was never one of those things where I would refuse to go, or I said, no, not the dentist, or no, I don't want to see my pediatrician. But it was even more exciting during the holidays. The clinic does a great job of decorating and just making the space look very welcoming, both for, all the kids and all the parents. And there are a series of events that the clinic has held in the past for, gifting, whether it's giving to families in need or distributing gifts for kids for Christmas. I remember my mom always taking us every December to get our picture with Santa and get our, ourselves a nice little gift. So that was something that I think makes the clinic go above and beyond. It was definitely one of the many reasons my mother continued loving the service and loving the staff. And it's one of the reasons why she continues taking all the kids. I was actually so in love with welfare that I wanted to work for them. When I was 16, I was in high school and I was very motivated to learn and just try a lot of different things. I had a career path in mind, but as many of us know, that sometimes changes. But welfare was definitely something that I wanted to be a part of. The staff was great. The team worked together and was very, professional and respectful of each other and just really worked very well together. So one summer I was offered an internship, and I was able to work with multiple doctors and multiple staff members, on the first floor for the dental and the second floor for the, pediatrics, and in the administrative offices on the third floor. So I was able to get a very good perspective of how everybody worked together to provide that awesome service to thousands and thousands of families, including my own. So that was a great experience. I graduated high school and I was able to attend the George Washington University in Washington, D.C. I just graduated this year in 2020. Definitely did not get the graduation experience I wanted, but I can easily say that every work experience prior to college and every person that I met prior to college was an inspiration. During my internship, like I mentioned, I was picking on everybody's brain on that third floor. I was asking questions about their career, how did you end up at a welfare? What do you like most about the clinic? And every person that I encountered was able to give me some sort of motivation to go to college, to try my best, and that things would play out the way they're supposed to. And at the moment, I'm actually working with Merrill Lynch, which is a financial firm. I'm stationed here in DC, and I am loving it so far. I started this past June, and I can only say great things about it. My mother continues taking all the kids to infant welfare, and even through this pandemic, I know that she is fascinated by the experience she continues to receive. I know that's one of her biggest concerns, being able to take the kids, being able to be there every step of the way during their appointments, and knowing that the doctors are still, giving 100% of their effort during any visit. So that is something that impresses us and continues impressing us. Whatever it is that, my siblings need to get treated for, they'll be seen and helped.
This was the story of just one family, but there are many others like them. If you haven't done so already, please consider them and take the time to give. They would really appreciate it, as would all the other families that the Infant Welfare Society supports throughout the year.
Thank you, Melissa, and I hope that you all enjoyed the words and hearing Jasmine's story about her and her family, and that's one of the things that I've learned over the years about the Clarendon Hills Infant Welfare Society is, the impact that it has on the families. They seem to come back and they give back as well, with her working, and so many stories over the years. It just creates such an amazing community. And I think community is one of the most important words that we can use in all of this. So thank you to all of you that keep donating. I know that we're working towards that pledge, that challenge. So keep donating. I know that we were hoping to raise $5,000, but we are at just above $2,600. So we're a little over halfway there, but I know that we can get to that $5,000. Again, our total goal tonight is $50,000. So we're working our way there. So please keep donating. We're already at almost 33,500. Maybe somebody can donate $7 to even that out for us too. Every little dollar we know is going to make a difference in the Clarendon Hills Infant Welfare Society. So again, earlier we heard from Jerry as well. And with this time, thinking of where money comes from and maybe where the formula is going to come from, you're here to help people so they don't have to think about that, so they don't have to worry about that. So again, we're making an impact in so many other people's lives that we may never even know about in some cases. So a special thank you to Denise Kovoliak. Thank you very much for your gift. Shannon Westberg, Teresa Gannon, Megan Lazar, Donna Korn, and Erica Jones. Thank you to every single one of you for donating in our pledge, and everyone else that keeps donating during our challenge to get to that $50,000 goal. So far tonight, again, another bid just came in. We're at $33,693. Again, if you're on the app here through GiveSmart, just scroll through. There's different buttons you can choose, whether it's $1,000, $500, $75, $50. Click that. It's a very simple process and submit it. And we'll keep refreshing the screen and tally up and see what our total is to get us to that $50,000 goal. So there's still definitely plenty of time to help families like these. And again, if you lost your link, just text CHIW 2021 to 76278. All right, so I want to make sure that you keep bidding on those silent auction items as well. There's a lot of activity there. No items are without bids at this point, so that's very exciting to share. So keep bidding on those. And I want to make sure that you keep bidding on buying those 50/50 raffle tickets too. So right now, in just a moment, we're going to take an intermission, a short intermission. We'll be back at 8 o'clock for our featured entertainment, WGN sports anchor and comedian Pat Tomasulo. He's going to be bringing us the laughs. And remember, this comedy is a bit mature, not too bad, but a bit mature. So you might want to put the kids down and have a chance to maybe pop some popcorn and come back and watch the show. I put on a movie for the kids and they'll be distracted with that, so we can all have our own laughs. All right, don't fall asleep on us. The night's still young. We're having a great time. When we come back from the intermission, we're going to be pulling the names for the 50-50 and the Peloton. Again, the 50-50 is up to 9,400. We're at 9,400. I know we can get it to at least 10,000 for that. So again, 1 ticket for $25 or 5 tickets for $100. Let's see if we can sell another $600 at least, if not more. Somebody's going to come away with half of that pot tonight. So if we can get to 10,000, that's a $5,000 straight donation to the Clarendon Hills Infant Welfare Society. All right, we're already up to, and now it looks like we've already gone up from that $5,000 goal. We're above 3,000, we're at 3,350. So keep it coming. Let's get to that $5,000 challenge and keep going there. There's still a chance to buy your 50-50 tickets. And again, we're going to take a short intermission. We'll be back here at 8 o'clock. Buy your 50-50 tickets by 5 minutes, 7:50. We're going to close those off. So you want to buy those 50-50 raffle tickets by 7:50. We're going to be pulling the winner when we get back and letting you know who won that and the Peloton after the intermission. We'll see you soon. All right, welcome back, everyone. We've had some great activities, so thank you to all of you that have been coming in and donating tonight. I want to especially thank Michelle Wiersbicki, Deanne Kozlowski, Amy Lizadro, and Lindsay Youthy. Thank you to all of your donations tonight and everybody else that's been coming through and continuing to donate throughout the evening. I know a lot of you are still bidding on those silent auction items. They're still open for another hour, so keep bidding on those as well. We're still trying to get to that $5,000 goal. We're just shy. We're basically at $4,000. We're shy about 1,000. Is there somebody out there that just wants to get us there and take us over the top with $1,000 gift? You'd be great. We'd love you. So please, if you haven't already just given a straight donation, please consider every dollar does make a difference. Again, if you don't end up winning those silent auction items, certainly consider making a donation then as well. But in the meantime, let's get to that $50,000 goal that we have tonight. The silent auction again closes at 9 p.m. So keep your eyes on that. We are going to now announce the lucky Peloton winner. And the Peloton winner is, so we did this before I tell you, we had the GiveSmart went through and put everybody in an Excel sheet. They did a randomizer and they told us who the winner was. And the winner is Rachel Murphy. So congratulations to Rachel Murphy. I heard you bought a few tickets, so you deserve it. Congratulations. And also next, we're going to announce our 50-50 winner. The 50-50 winner, the 50-50 pot was a total of $10,150. So thank you to all of you that bought some tickets there in the last few minutes to get us over that $10,000 goal that we had there. And I'd like to congratulate Lindsay Youthy. Lindsay Youthy, thank you for your donation and thank you for buying a 50-50 ticket because you're the winner of the 50-50 raffle. So thank you very much. And again, thank you to GiveSmart for going through and picking the winners for us so that we didn't have to do it. It takes a little ease off of us as well. The winners are going to be contacted directly this weekend with follow-up information from the benefit chairs and how the Peloton and raffle money will be delivered. So thank you again to all of you, and thanks to all of the donations that keep rolling in. We really appreciate it. Danielle is going to introduce in a moment our Chicago hometown comedian, but before we do, I'd like to give a big thank you donation from Pam Devada. Thank you, Pam Devada. It looks like your donation just came through. I'm getting these messages live, so I appreciate all of you. Keep those donations coming in because we couldn't do this without you. Now we're going to kick it over to Danielle to introduce our comedian.
We have a special guest with us tonight, sure to make us laugh. Pat Tomasulo is a sports anchor and reporter on the WGN Morning News and the host of WGN's weekly late night show, Man of the People. He's a headlining stand-up comedian who performs all over the Midwest. We're so pleased to have this man of many talents supporting infant welfare and bringing joy and laughter to each of our homes. Please welcome Pat Tomasulo.
Hey everybody, thank you so much for having me tonight, allowing me to come to your living room from my living room, the way stand-up comedy was intended to be. My name is Pat Tomasulo, as many of you may know. Some of you might see me on the WGN Morning News. Some of you might have watched my late night comedy show, Man of the People, that I had a while back. How many of you guys watched Man of the People? Right, and that's why I no longer have a late night comedy show on WGN. That's how things are going. Happy 2021. We're done with 2020. It was a rough year. It was a rough year. You guys out there in Clarendon Hills, you know how rough 2020 was. You do a simple Google search for Clarendon Hills, and my God, the things you guys had to deal with in 2020. I was looking through the Chicago Tribune police blotter for Clarendon Hills, and I'm going to tell you, I don't use this word very often, and I don't use the word lightly. I was appalled. I was appalled at some of the things I saw. I'm just going to read off to you a couple of things that are happening in Clarendon Hills. Overnight on December 5th, a front license plate and an iPass transponder were stolen from an Infinity dealership on Ogden Avenue. Come on. Come on. I expect this kind of stuff to happen to those peons at the Nissan dealership over in Downers Grove, but not Infinity of Clarendon Hills. It gets worse. December 27th, air conditioner wires were cut at a business on the 400 block of 55th Street. Come on. 2 days after Christmas, the birth of our Lord, he was out there cutting air conditioner wires. And then this December 30th, I had to get more crime in before the new year came in. December 30th, 4 packages of steak and 2 packages of macaroni and cheese were stolen from the Jewel Osco at 303 Holmes Avenue. Valued at $39.44. Well, you're talking street value. You're talking street value. This God knows how much that could have been. So I'm happy for you guys that you can put this awful year behind you, but you better get your house in order, Western Suburbs, Clarendon Hills. All right? Let's start dealing with some lighter criminal activity, like shootings and looting, like we deal with here in Chicago. Well, so this event is on January 23rd, right? That's today, that's your today, January 23rd. They had me record this on January 7th. So God knows if the country is still standing by the time you're seeing this. You guys put this during inauguration week. I'm sure nothing's happened at all to cause any unsettled feelings or emotions with the end of the Trump presidency. Calm down. I'm not going to get all political. I know Clarendon Hills, a lot of rich people there. I know that there's, you guys kind of probably split. No, I'm not going to talk about Trump, though. I know he's very divisive. He's like cilantro. You either love him or you hate him. I do think the people that hate him, though, I think if he had a totally different job, I think a lot of these people who hate him would have felt differently. Like a job that didn't really have anything to do with politics or business or any of that. Like I would say, imagine like an alternate universe where instead of your president, he was like your wacky local weatherman. You would love him. You would love him. And don't you dare tell me otherwise. You imagine them rolling him out there in front of a 5-day forecast every day with that gut and that orange face and those bad suits saying all kinds of inappropriate shit. You would never miss a newscast. You would leave social functions early just to get home and watch that guy live. Your friends would be like, dude, where are you going? Where am I going? Trump at 10. I never missed that maniac. Plus, it's going to snow tomorrow. I'll bet you $10 he promises the traffic lady a solid 9 inches. Come on, bet me. It was crazy, this election. Historic. They say like 160 million people voted, which was almost 67% of the eligible voting population, which is just way too high for my taste. Just cuckoo high. Too high. I've seen what's out there. I see what we're dealing with. I wouldn't trust 67% of these people to mow my lawn. 67%. I don't know. I think that's too many people. The guy I saw in Starbucks today who couldn't figure out where the line ended and where it began. Maybe that guy should sit out election day. I'm just saying. Every election, you got people saying, we need everybody to vote. No, we don't. We need a lot of these people to stay home. It's how we keep ending up in these messes. I think every election day, we should schedule WrestleMania, the Daytona 500, a Real Housewives reunion, and like a Fast and the Furious marathon, all in one day, and keep a lot of these mouth breathers on their couch ordering Pizza Hut. Really add some integrity to our voting pool. They're always trying to get more people to vote. Every couple of years, somebody will call for them to lower the voting age. They want to lower the voting age to 16. Yeah, because that's what the electorate needs. More people who beat off into a sock. That's what we need. Those are the people we need voting. Now, you don't understand. This generation, they're very socially conscious. They're very aware. They're active. And what are you talking about? Your son, the environmentalist? The one who takes 45-minute showers every night? Is that what he's doing in there all that time? Just thinking through the issues? You get like a couple of smart teenagers, and then people think all of them are like Greta Thunberg. They're not. Teenagers are still baboons. My nephew just got pink eye because somebody farted on his head at a sleepover. But yeah, let's give him a vote on the fair tax amendment. I think he can handle it. I think he would really think through all the issues. You know, a group really gets fired up about voting and politics all the time. Old people. Ooh, man, do old people get fired up about politics, which I don't understand. Makes no sense to me. It's like, I think of it like, all right, do you remember when you were a senior in high school and you knew you were going to graduate and you'd already been accepted to college? Did you really care what happened in high school anymore? No, of course not. And why? Because you knew you weren't going to be around there much longer. I mean, this is senior year of life for these people. I don't understand. Like, what do they think is going to get better if their guy wins? You know, like they're 80. Nothing gets better past 80. Is the other guy like pro osteoporosis? Is he going to ban cataract surgery? I don't understand. I mean, you only got so many sunrises left. You're wasting them on Fox and Friends. Out there campaigning? We just want to leave the world a better place for our grandkids. Well, you know, if there is one group of people who really represents the interests and desires of the youth, it's definitely their grandparents. I'll give you that. I will give you that. Hopefully we're out of this pandemic soon. We got this vaccine. Just people don't want to take it. I was reading this article about like these kids of anti-vaxxers who say that they will go behind their parents' backs to get the vaccine. Is that not the most on-brand way for this generation to rebel against their parents with a responsible medical decision? Everybody's talking about how heroic the people who came up with these vaccines are. To me, I think the most heroic people are the first people to get the vaccine. Those are the people I always am curious about. The first people to have new medical procedures tested on them, not the people who invented them. I don't want to know about the guy who invented brain surgery or who invented open heart surgery. I want to know about the first guinea pig. Think about how many procedures. Like, who was the first guy to get a colonoscopy? Who was he? Who was Patient Kulo? Who was that? And how the hell do they talk him into that? I picture it like an intervention, you know? Like the guy walks in, there's just a bunch of doctors sitting around, you know? Like, so Bill, your wife says you've been having some stomach problems. Well, me and the boys have been talking. Now, sit down for this. No, really, sit down. It might be a while before you can again. So we thought we would take a camera. Now, keep in mind, this was the 1960s. No camera was smaller than a fist at that point in history. We thought we would take this fist camera and shove it right up your ass. Now, we think if we get it up there far enough, we can get some pictures of what's going on in there. Yeah. Now, it could also tear your ass apart, but that's a chance we're willing to take if you are. So many people are losing out on things with this quarantine, with this pandemic. People can't get married. I was reading in one of my wife's Us Weeklies or some of that nonsense. J-Lo had to postpone her wedding to Alex Rodriguez. In the article, she said she was devastated. Devastated? It's your fourth wedding. You don't get to be devastated over a fourth wedding. You're lucky we let you get married a fourth time. Those weddings getting postponed, that's been the highlight for me. I hate weddings. I've gotten out of so many weddings thanks to this pandemic. I tell people all the time, you got to understand something. It's the most important day of your life, okay? You know what day it is to everybody else? It's Saturday, and you're ruining the whole goddamn thing. Don't get me started on these people who get married on Sundays. Who raised these people? You think anybody wants to cha-cha slide at 2 p.m. on the Lord's Day? I don't wobble before sundown, you heathens. It's inappropriate. These weddings are just all day. That's, Sunday weddings. We wanted a brunch wedding. No, you wanted 20% off the venue. Don't bullshit me. All day. Ceremonies at 1 o'clock. Reception's not until like 6. Last wedding I went to, I asked the bride, I was like, is there anything for me to do to kill 5 hours before this little soiree? And she's like, oh, there's a park near the venue that you can. I said, get the hell out of here. Did you say a park? You're not going to believe this. I was just telling somebody, you know what I would love to do today? I would love to walk around a park in a full suit and tie under direct sunlight on the hottest day in July for 3 hours. How did you know? How did you know? All right, well, listen. I'll just be over here getting heat stroke while you guys drive an hour to get your pictures taken at some barn. Have fun. Barn weddings. Everybody wants to get married in a barn now. It has character. You know what it doesn't have? Air conditioning. I shouldn't be dehydrated at a wedding. I'm trying to take in fluids, but I can only fit so much water in this mason jar you're making me drink out of. It's the worst. Only 2 groups of people like weddings. People in their 20s because they're broke and it's open bar, and people in their 70s because they're just glad they're not at a funeral. You ever go to a wedding and where you don't know anybody? You got to sit with a bunch of strangers, act interested in what they do for a living. I'm barely interested in what I do for a living, and my job is interesting. Think I care that some guy's an accountant? Oh, so tax season must be really busy, huh? Nobody cares. Nobody cares. I just celebrated my 10th anniversary, my wife and I. I'll tell you, we've really noticed how things have changed. We don't go out like we used to. That's, I cannot remember the last time before the pandemic that we had a date night, We had a lot of late afternoons. We did those a lot. Those were, like a nice brunch and a movie. Love me brunch and a movie. That feeling I get like walking out of a movie theater while the sun is still out. I wish I could bottle it up and share it with the world. I really do. I really wish you could experience it. I didn't realize how much our nights out had changed until recently. We were talking to this couple we knew in their 20s, and they're telling us about this night out that they had. And they're like, we went out for drinks, and we went out for dinner, then we went to a concert, then we went clubbing until 4 a.m. And the entire time I'm listening to this, all I'm thinking to myself is if I wanted to finish half of that itinerary, I would have to shoot cocaine directly into my nuts. That's a 9-hour date. Is there an intermission at any point during this? Just like 30 minutes to close our eyes. Not nap. We're not going to sleep. We're just going to close our eyes and just recharge. Not to mention, who has time for 9 hours of fun in a single day? Who has that kind of time? I'll tell you who. People still on their parents' health insurance plans. That's who. For everybody else, that's like 4 months worth of fun. Too much fun. They're like, well, what do you guys do if you don't go out? I'm like, we're married. We watch Netflix. That's all we do. And we don't Netflix and chill, okay? We Netflix and just constantly ask what time it is. That's what we do. That's what we do. What time is it on? It's only 9 o'clock? I thought it was later. I don't feel like midnight? I thought it was midnight. What does the clock in the microwave say? What is it, 9 o'clock? Oh, Jesus. All right. Well, listen, we can start another episode, but I can't promise I'm going to finish it, honey. Babe, this show's an hour long. I'm not a superhero. We do have some friends who still stay out all night. We can't hang with these maniacs anymore with their 8:30 dinner reservations. 8:30? You out of your mind? That's when I'm popping my first melatonin is 8:30. I'm not going out to dinner. Love these people who say nothing good happens after midnight. I say nothing good happens after 5:30. Make the reservation. We used to go out with other couples a lot, A lot of couples do that now, They never go out just the two of them. It's big groups. My wife and I we don't need all those people, We still like each other's company, so we don't need all those other people to distract us from the fact that we're bored with each other. Date night's still a two-man operation for us. We would go out on these group dinners, these group dates. It was a nightmare. Nobody came prepared. You just spend the first 45 minutes sending the waitress away. We need more time. We just need a little more time. How much more time do we need? We made these plans 3 months ago. Am I the only one who's been studying the menu since then? I mean, what have all of you people been doing? Then to buy more time, they want to order something for the table. Let's order something for the table. Then people start voting over appetizers like it's a congressional hearing. Well, we've got 2 votes for the burrata, 2 votes for the calamari. Pat, it comes down to you guys. You're the deciding vote. What's it going to be? We vote never to do this again with any of you for the rest of our lives. I want to stab everybody at this table with this butter knife. I don't want to vote. I shouldn't have to vote. There's some people at that table whose opinions I don't care about. We got this one woman in our group of friends. Every time we do one of these dinners, she brings a new boyfriend. Listen, that guy shouldn't get a vote. Okay? I'm sorry, but I don't know anything about that guy. The only thing I know about that guy is that 6 months from now, he's not going to be around. That's what I know about him. But now I can't have what I want because Karen's new boyfriend has a shellfish allergy. How is that fair? How's that fair? I just want to be like, you know what? Just eat the shrimp, Todd. Hey, maybe you'll finally get to use that EpiPen you've been carrying around for years. You pussy. Anyway, that's the journey Todd's on, That's his journey. That's what everybody says now. Everybody's going on journeys. Everybody's on a journey. When I started this journey, just want to thank you guys all for supporting me on this journey. Journey. You gave up dairy for a month. What journey did you go on? I mean, I'm sorry milk gives you the shits. I really am. But I mean, journey? Christopher Columbus went on a journey. Your ass is lactose intolerant. Journey. How far away is your bathroom if you're going on a journey? We're ruining everything has to sound so special. We can't just be normal people doing regular things. We got to make everything sound so much more impressive. I go on social media. I see all these moms calling each other badasses all the time. You're such a badass. Look at you go, you badass chica. Just such a badass mama. It's like all because like one of them worked and cooked dinner during the same day. It's like, I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm sure they're fantastic moms. But you know who I always thought was a real badass? Mike Tyson. That to me is a badass. I don't think we should be using the same word because somebody breastfeeds. Okay, which is great. Or not. God knows I'm not picking a dog in that fight. Not picking a dog in that fight. I'm just trying to envision my Italian mother back in New Jersey in 1989, sitting around the kitchen table with our neighbor Dolores, and the two of them calling each other badass in between drags of their unfiltered Newports. I got to tell you, the way you cooked dinner for your husband today and went to work, you're a real badass, you. I mean it. You're a real Steven Seagal. What's the difference? He does karate, you did sweating at the oldies. Same thing. We're ruining these words. Badass, warrior. That's another one. Everybody is some kind of warrior. Hey, I just want to say how great it is to be amongst all these gluten-free warriors. Okay. Let's settle down, Braveheart. Let's just dial it back a notch. Okay? You gave up bread, and all of a sudden you're the Genghis Khan of grains. Let's just be easy. Not everything has to be so special, because people need to feel special. If you don't make them feel special, they'll come right out and ask you for it. One of my friends posted on Facebook the other day. He wrote, "Hey guys, I'm feeling a little down today. Can you guys say something that'll really get me going?" And I was like, your rent is due next week. Get off your ass. That gets you going. I'm not on Facebook to inspire you. I'm here to look up high school girlfriends. That's all. I don't play that game. People start fishing for compliments on social media. I'm brutally honest. I tell them exactly how it is. Just set a new personal best, a 12-minute mile. Really? What were you, on crutches? That's a terrible time. What setting is that on the treadmill? Elephant? I mean, I'm not trying to offend. I'm just saying, at that speed, you're never going to finish your journey. That's all I'm saying. All right, listen, you guys have been so much fun. Thank you for having me. Thank you for letting me be a part of this evening. Please donate. Please raise a ton. And I'll see you on WGN. Good night.
All right. I hope all of you enjoyed that as much as the rest of us and that I did. It was a great comedic relief. Again, we all need that right now. But unfortunately, we're nearing the end of tonight, but that doesn't mean that we've accomplished great things and that we can still accomplish a lot more. So far tonight, we've raised over $37,000. We're at $37,350, 76% of our goal, 24% more to get that $50,000. We're so close. I know that we can get there. I want to give a special shout out to Samana Devada Wade for helping add an extra $7 to her donation to round up that whole number. I really do appreciate that. It was a suggestion, and I'm glad somebody came through. Also, we have a national reach here. I mean, this is something that all the states can get behind and come together for. Alan Huizinga from Michigan. We have Patricia Prose from North Carolina. Bonnie Yates from Kentucky who's donated. Margaret Ma from Washington, D.C. Tanya Dempsey as well from New York. So let's keep seeing all of those donations come in from wherever they're going to come in, whether it's in Illinois, another state, or international. Let's make this global. Tonight, I want to thank you again And I want to thank all of our sponsors. I want to thank our sponsors, our donors, the volunteers, and of course, all of those who tirelessly work at the Angel Harvey Health Clinic. The Angel Harvey Family Health Clinic, again, is able to do all of the things that they do because of donors and supporters like you to help so many families in need. Also, I want to make sure that everybody knows that once the auction is over at 9 p.m., keep those bids coming in, 9 p.m. Central Time, now that we're all over the States, 9 p.m. Central Time. If you are one of the lucky winners, which I hope many of you will be at the end of this evening, you'll be receiving follow-up correspondence about your auction item and whether or not they can be mailed, delivered to your home if you're local in the Chicagoland area, or what else we might need to do. Thanks again. It's really been a pleasure being here tonight. It's great to have, I guess, you all see me. I'm sorry that I can't see you, but I hope that maybe next year we'll all be together and I'll be able to see you. Keep tagging those pictures. We want to see what you did tonight at #CHLightUpTheNight. It's one for the record books. So let's see what we can do and let's get together, have a great laugh, dance next year. And we're going to turn it over to Jen Alsman, who's going to help us say goodnight. Thank you very much.
It's hard to believe this evening is coming to an end. Thank you so much for joining us and for all of your support. We wouldn't be here without you, our donors, our sponsors, volunteers, and our members. You can continue to give on GiveSmart throughout the evening, and our auction will be open until 9 o'clock Central Time. Please follow us on social media to learn more about our charitable initiatives and the Infant Welfare Society. Thanks again and have a great evening.